Good day, collective. I am Sarah B. And you're tuning in to Just Be Tarot. Thank you for your amazing energy. Thank you for hanging out with me. And thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel and also hitting that notification bell. Let's dive right into this reading. Shuffling for the collective energy for this weekend. I'm going to be pulling some cards from a few oracle decks for the energy for the weekend. Then I will be moving on to the chat where I'll answer your questions. I pull 2 cards per question. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, depending on what Spirit has to say. And you'll know it's your question because I'm going to let you know what your handle is before I ask the question. So let's go ahead and dive in to the first oracle deck. I hope everyone is good and doing fabulously and had a good week. All right, so Spirit, what is coming in for this week? Okay, so we have destiny, victory, and success. So I feel like there is something that is fated coming in for you. Something might be gifted to you. It's like a material something could be coming in. Some kind of abundance, some kind of gift. Maybe it's an anniversary or a birthday coming up. Maybe it's just because. Maybe you're gifting something to yourself, self-care. But I do feel like it is because people see you as successful and victory. Maybe you're finally, like, if your business is taking off or something is moving forward or your dreams are coming true or something coming into fruition and you're finally seeing the success of that coming through. But this is all fated energy. This is all meant for you. And this is coming in strong for you. It's like you're finally going to realize that everything meant for you, all your hard work is paying off. Everything that you've wanted is showing up. Everything that you've worked so hard for is finally attainable. And it's all because of you. You asked for it. You worked hard for it. This is not just, you making wishes and just sitting around waiting for things to come true. This is you working hard for everything that you have, for everything that's coming in for you. It's because you put in the work. That's awesome for you. So this weekend, you might be getting some kind of like something material. You might be buying something for yourself, treating yourself. Somebody else might be a surprise. Maybe they're having a party or something to recognize you or your accomplishments. Let's see what we have from this deck. All right, Spirit. Shuffling for the collective for this weekend. What do we have going on for this weekend? What do we have coming in for this weekend? The good news is tomorrow, this reading is good for any time. It's timeless. So whenever it comes to you, it's meant for you. But in real time, Mercury is out of retrograde. This Mercury retrograde has been very, very hard, at least for me. Okay, so we have know your worth. Again, with the victory and success. Don't settle for anything less. Know that you're deserving of this stuff. Sometimes you might feel like when people are applauding you or giving you compliments, you might feel weird about that. I know a lot of people do. Especially because for a lot of people, their love language is serving people. So when somebody's saying thank you or trying to give you accolades for something that is what you love and it doesn't feel like work or anything extra, then you're kind of like, oh, I mean, come on. You don't have to do that for me. Like, it's almost like you don't think you're worthy of the things that you're getting from your higher power right now. But know that everything, this is destined energy. Everything that is meant to come to you is now coming to you. What else, Spirit? What else do we have? What else do we have, Spirit? Nothing else? I think there might be. Oh, thank you. I knew there was something. Okay. So we have Go Wild. Time to let your hair down this weekend. Maybe you have something planned. Time off from work or just letting loose. As soon as you leave work on Friday, maybe you're going, you have something planned, something exciting. Maybe you're taking a trip. I'm hearing like live music. Maybe you're going to see a band play. Or maybe you're going to a venue that's going to be playing live music. Which is always exciting, in my opinion. All right, so let's go here. Oh, you know, we'll do this one next. All right, Spirit. Okay, so you might have, we have indecision. Okay, so I feel like something is holding you back from being in the spotlight. It's like you don't like the attention you're getting. See how it's like you want to be laying low. So you might not like all this attention, all these accolades. But I'm hearing that, I just heard the time is now. This is the time for you. We have lust. Some of you might be physically attracted and acting upon it this weekend, or somebody might be physically attracted to you and trying to act upon it this weekend. So it might be getting hit on by people. Yes, I say people, not person, because I feel like you have this attraction about you right now, and I feel like you have options. Okay, so let's see. What else, Spirit? Thank you. Decision. So we have decision and indecision. Opposites. Planning, making a strategy. Something about timing on these cards. Like you have this certain amount of time to make a decision before an opportunity escapes you. This might be about communication, solving a puzzle, or putting things together, like you're solving a puzzle. Maybe you don't have a full story on something and you need clarity. But whatever it is that you are receiving is making you uncomfortable. I feel like you're almost shamed or embarrassed. But you have to make this is like opposites. I keep hearing, if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. That's a rush line. So I just feel like no matter what you choose, you're still deciding, and Spirit's going to have your back either way. There is no wrong choice. The universe is going to have your back. And you don't have to be embarrassed about the situation that you choose. You don't have to feel like um this is something that's not going to work out for you, or what people think about you. You have to do what's right for you. You're not living for your family. You're not living for your brother and sister and what they think. You're not living for your parents and what they think. If they love you and have unconditional love for you, then they're going to accept you for everything that you are. And Spirit saying there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Whatever you decide, I have your back. Let's see if there's anything else from this deck. I feel like some of you might be going to seek counseling from somebody, or trying to get some kind of inspiration or on where to go and what to do. Some knowledge from somebody who may know more than you. This could be a boss energy or somebody who owns a company. But I do feel like this is getting advice. You're seeking advice from somebody, or you're confiding in somebody this weekend. Maybe you're trying to get this, whatever it is, off your chest. Now, I was told to look at this bird and the stars. So maybe there's birds that are going to be a symbol for you this weekend. 1, 2, 3. Maybe you're going to see an excessive amount of birds, or maybe like some kind of bird is your, symbol or spirit animal. Some of you might be putting things in order, getting rid of things, spring cleaning. and giving things away to the things that you don't want. Maybe you're donating them. Maybe you are volunteering, is what I just heard. Or maybe you're leading a fundraiser or like a beef and beer, um, or you're doing something to help others. And this could be something as simple as maybe somebody's stuck for childcare and you're like, you know what, I'll do it. What's a couple hours? I'll watch the kids. It could be something along those lines. You could be starting to garden. I don't know. Is it too early for that? Because I feel like there still can be frost in March. Or maybe you're prepping to garden, like, those little cups that you start planting stuff in. So maybe you're prepping for that, getting ready to get your hands in the soil, some good grounding energy, taking some time outside. Now we have acquisition. Somebody is coming into something. Remember, I said that earlier with these cards. There is something going to be delivered here. Acquisition. What is being acquired? I mean, I know it's going to resonate differently for everybody, but this is piquing my interest because remember, I'm part of the collective too. So, of course, this could have to do with me. So, of course, I'm curious. What's being received this weekend? It could, be company. It could be somebody's energy coming into your life. It could be an opportunity to network and meet new people. But I did say, all of these dreams are coming true for you. Whatever's coming in this weekend, this really big energy of you being spotlighted is going to happen. And it's going to be amazing. Okay, so let's see what else we have from this deck. What else do we have? Now this is a new deck for. Did you guys see my romance and love reading yesterday? If you haven't, check it out. So I got another romance deck that I really enjoy. I like this one. Okay, let's see what Spirit has to tell us from this one. Thank you. Thank you. What other messages for the collective for this weekend, Spirit, regarding love and romance? Okay, so we have realizations. We have running. And then we have mistakes. Now, I'm feeling like somebody who has been running, somebody who might have cut ties or been ghosting you or been incommunicado might be realizing, hey, I haven't heard from so-and-so in a long time. Well, because you stopped putting in the effort of texting them or getting together with them. So, and now it's on them. So I feel like they are like, maybe I have to reach out to this person. It's like they realize how much they miss you in their life, how much they enjoy your company. Maybe you had a misunderstanding here. Maybe it wasn't ghosting. Maybe they disappeared because of something that was going on in their life. Especially if you're not in contact on a normal basis, you don't know what's going on in this person's life behind the scenes. And Mercury was just in retrograde, so there might have been a misunderstanding. There might have been a miscommunication of some kind. This person could have been lost or feeling just overwhelmed. It's been a rough year. And I'm not just talking 2026, which has been rough, but the whole previous year has been rough. People are going through a lot of changes, and there's a lot of things going on in everybody's life that it's like people are feeling like they're displaced. They don't know what decisions to make. They don't know how to handle things because they've never been in these situations. So there's a lot of new feelings that people are dealing with that they haven't had to deal with before. So maybe they had to take time for themselves and they're realizing, like, oh, I got to reach out to the collective now because I want to get back out. I'm feeling better. And when I'm in this person's energy, it's always a good time. All right, let's see here. Influences. Somebody that you might be attached to. You might be running into them or making plans with them. This could be friends. This could be family. So you might be making plans with somebody. Maybe inviting people over. I do feel like, though, there might be an energy of detaching a little bit from these people. Because in this card, it's like they're opening their mind to other things. They're opening their mind to growth. So maybe these friends can offer you some kind of guidance. Or maybe it's time to open your mind to new people, places, things, so you can grow on your own and level up. Let's see what else. This is masculine energy, divine masculine. So somebody who you consider divine masculine in your life might be entering your energy this weekend. Big old yang energy might be coming around. This is somebody who, I'm telling you, this is the destined. This weekend is full of destiny, full of people lifting you up, maybe giving you compliments, spotlighting you. This doesn't have to be love. It could be a family member, but it's one of your biggest cheerleaders. And somebody whose words and actions mean a lot to you. It's not just any male figure or masculine energy. It's a divine masculine energy, which is like somebody who you really look up to, and their words and actions really matter to you. Okay, Spirit, what else do we have? Nourish, self-growth, self-focused, soul-finding. Some of you need to take this weekend to reflect, self-care, self-love. nourishing. Maybe if you need to be introspective, maybe you need to treat yourself. Maybe some of you need to relax. Whatever that looks like for you, to release and unwind. Focus on yourself, your growth. Maybe you need to, sit down and journal, or, make a plan for the next 6 months, year, and figure out, what you're doing, especially if changes have been coming in. Reflection. I just heard the word relevant. So Spirit might be saying that your relevance, make yourself relevant. Maybe you're going to hear the word relevant. Take time to soothe yourself. All right, so let's move on to the next deck. Okay, let's see if Spirit has anything from this one. Just pull a couple from here. Messages, reminders from Spirit, and then I will move on to Tarot. Don't forget to click on like and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going live and posting new videos, readings. Spirit, I'm shuffling for the collective. What are the reminders that they need to take with them for this weekend? What are the reminders that they need to take with them this weekend? And then once I'm through this reading, I'm going to move on to answering the questions in the chat. And I will scroll up to the top, and I'm going to answer each question in the order that they came in. Now, you'll know it's your question because I'm going to read the handle first before I ask the question. I pull 2 cards for every question. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, depending on what comes out and where I'm led. So be asking those questions. I don't answer questions about health or pregnancy. Try to word them so they make sense. Thank you, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? Thank you. Forgive them if possible. Let it go. Let that energy of holding a grudge go. It takes up too much energy. It's very, very low energy to hold a grudge or to hold that anger in. It's like an energy suck. Try to find meaning in this situation. Even if you don't like the situation, there's lessons to be learned. So make sure you are paying attention to the lessons. Even if, like, say you work with somebody that you don't necessarily like get along with. Maybe you can say, okay, why is this person in my life? There's something about this person that I need to learn. There's a lesson that the universe was trying to teach me. Try to figure out. There's lessons in every situation. Anything else from this deck, Spirit? Woo! We have find a new hobby or revisit an old one. It's time to get out of your head and get into something exciting, something new, something that you've been wanting to try. It's time to focus on you, self-care, self-love. Do something for yourself. Create a budget and cut back on expenses. I think that resonates with a lot of people. Spirit saying, you know what? Maybe you haven't made it because it's time to watch your finances. I'm not going to give you that success until I know that you're okay with handling money. So maybe it's time to create a budget, cut back by saying, you know what, do I really need this week? Can this wait until my situation's a little bit better? Or until somebody can gift it to me? Maybe they want to give it to you for your birthday. If somebody's asking you, what do you want? Be like, oh, I was looking at this. So cutting back, thinking about, do you really need this thing? Sometimes you just forget that you even wanted it after a little while. All right, so let me get some more incense going. So I am going to be scrolling up to the top of the chat and starting at the top, I'm going to start answering questions, pulling 2 cards for every question. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. Don't forget to click on like and subscribe to my channel. I don't answer questions about pregnancy or health. What else? Try to answer questions so I don't have to figure it out. You know, that way I can go faster so everybody gets their questions answered. Now I'm rocking these new glasses, so I'm still trying to adjust. They're transition glasses. So I am still trying to adjust to what I'm looking at on the screen. So be a little, give me a little grace here. Okay, so let's see here. Oops. Okay, so I am scrolling up to the top. And hello to everybody who says hi. I am so happy to be here with you. You know, I love being in your energy. And all I ask of you is, it's perfectly free for you if you click on like and subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. I truly, truly appreciate it. And I appreciate being in your energy. Okay, so we have Starry Night as the first question. Why does JP Aries avoid me? All right. All right. What's going on with JP Aries and Starry Night? What's the energy there with JP Aries? Why is he acting avoidant? Okay, so we got the Judgment in the challenge position. So it's like he's thinking about maybe coming in for a second chance, or maybe he's giving you a second chance. I don't know your situation. But, or he might be thinking about distancing himself from you. I just got trying to distance himself, trying to get some clarity. nothing else is coming out. So I feel like I think it's about, I mean, I said coming back. I feel like he's looking for clarity, questions to his, or answers to his questions. He might be thinking about walking away. Could this person be in contact with another, like talking to another person romantically? Because we specifically had this man, woman, and child. Okay, so Maharguna says, hello, a couple of cards, regards to love. Okay, Maharguna, shuffling for Maharguna regarding love. Shuffling for Maharguna regarding love. What do they need to hear? What do they need to hear? Maharguna regarding love. I feel like you're here. There's some kind of opportunity that's coming in for you. Something that's going to happen suddenly. It's like you're going to gain clarity on it, or maybe somebody's coming to you. Somebody may be coming to you, trying to set you up with somebody. King of Swords energy. This might be an air sign, but I do feel like you're going to receive this, something through a message for your next, regarding your next, big step forward. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be love. This could be a job opportunity. It could even be moving. But a message is coming in. And this could be from like this King of Swords energy. And I'm saying that because a spirit just told me to look at both of these swords. Okay? And on both of these cards, there's crowns. So it's like, I feel like this is, super important. An important decision. Something that you're going to learn. Whatever it is going to be big. And I was just told to see how these is like forming a heart. This is going to be a big deal. So whatever it is coming into your energy, look out for that. All right, let's see what else we have. Starry Night. If the Aries and I got together, why wouldn't it work out long term? Why are you saying it? Why wouldn't it work out? That's already being negative. I don't understand why you're asking it negatively. That doesn't make sense to me. But we do have the Six of Swords. Why wouldn't it work out? Why wouldn't it work out? I mean, maybe because they would have to travel, or they would be gone a lot. Let's see if I can get another card. Why wouldn't? Sorry, wants to know why wouldn't it work out long term? Starry Nights wants to know why wouldn't it work out with the Aries if they got together? Because there's not an emotional connection? Perhaps they've given up? At least emotionally? It's like they're emotionally spent? Maybe it's something like they can't connect with you emotionally? Maybe they see your lives going in two different directions. I was just told to look at the rough waters and the calm waters. They could see you're very different, or you see your lives going in two different directions. You're welcome, Starry. Renew says, hi, will my ex going to give me papers to sign? Okay, Renew wants to know. Let me pull this in. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. Okay. Will my ex going to give me papers to sign? Asking for Renew. Will Renew's ex... Is Renew's ex going to give papers for her to sign? What is the energy there, Spirit? Are there going to be papers? What's the energy? Regarding Renew and her ex. I do feel like there is some kind of separation happening here. You feel extra guarded. So I'm going to go ahead with yes. I do feel like this person is cutting you off. Okay, so Starry Night says, in the last 2 years, did Joseph and his partner split up? What is the energy between Joseph and his partner? There was no passion there. There was no fun left. I mean, I don't know about what years it was, but I do have the Five of Swords, so he let go of controlling the situation or trying to have control over it, and I feel like it ended because there was nothing there anymore. No passion left. Starry Night said in the last two... Oh. I read that twice. Sorry. Okay, so Jazz Starfish says, what am I going to get recognized for this weekend? You might get a, maybe from your boss, some kind of accolades or like an atta girl. If you're working this weekend, we have the King of Pentacles, which is like boss energy. So they might say something complimentary to you at your job. I do feel like you have your mind on a lot of things, Jazz. Not that that has anything to do with your question, but I'm getting that you have your mind on a lot of things that are irrelevant to what's important in your life. I don't know if that resonates with you at all. And something needs to end. Maybe you're going to get recognized by the universe by cutting ties or ending something. All right, Jazz says, does my friend Elena have any messages for me? She passed away. Shuffling. The Moon card just came out. So I feel like this is about changes coming in. You finding out unexpected things. Something that might make you sad or off-put or even make you a little angry is what I just heard. All right. Nicolette said, I'm a Sag. Is there any air energy? Shuffling for Nicolette. Wants to know what's coming in. Let's see. You might have a disconnection with somebody that you're close to. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. Emotional disconnection. They might be feeling one way and you're feeling another. So you might have a little spat or a hiccup, or this can even be you cutting ties completely. Nothing else is coming out. Jazz Starfish says, oh, thank you, Jazz says, like, share, follow. Only repost your question once and she will read your handle. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for clicking on like and subscribing. I do appreciate it. Okay, so we have Nicolette says done. And Jazz Starfish says, does my grandpa Mike have any messages for me? He is also passed. What does Grandpa Mike have to say to Jazz? What are there any messages there, Spirit? We have the Emperor in reverse. Something about vulnerability, letting your guard down, stepping away from a fight. You know, picking your battles is what I just heard. There's some kind of break you need to take with something or somebody. Pulling back from something, taking a break, because it's not working out. Thank you, Grandpa. Mike, appreciated. Okay, Jazz says, what boundaries do I need to work on? And also, what do I need to do to improve my self-care? Knight of Cups. It's definitely caring, keeping your cup filled. What does Jazz need to know about self-care? Thank you. It looks like you have a lot of attachments in your life. People that, how am I going to put this? People that have a lot of influence over you, but they're not necessarily looking out for you. They want you to be one way. They want you to like follow a certain path. But that path doesn't seem to be working out for you. So your choose, that path isn't working out for you. You don't have any desire. It's boring. But I do feel like these people you're so attached to. These people are holding you back. There's energetic ties that are not serving you. There are people who don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to be living for your greatest good. They want to keep you bound to them. And fulfill their wants and needs. I feel like there's a lot of energy that you need to cut off and heal from. Okay, so Nicoletta says, birds are my messages. Oh, nice. I'm down under. It's still summer. Oh, wow. Summer. I'm jealous. It's been so cold here, Nicolette. So cold. I mean, okay, so it was like in the 20s and 30s earlier in the week. Now it's like 50, so it does seem a little warmer, but it's still not like, where we'd love it. Thank you, Nicolette, and thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you. Viraj says, will Tanya come in relationship or FWB with me? Friends with benefits. I was like, what does that mean? All right. Will Tanya come in a relationship? What is the energy with Tanya and Viraj, please? Shuffling for the energy of Tanya and Viraj, asking for Viraj. I don't see you putting any work in here. So I don't feel like if there's no work put in, I mean, actions speak louder than anything. So if you're going to put the work in, then maybe she'll think about a relationship or friends with benefits. Either way, you need to put the work in. Okay, Viraj also asks, does Nupur want a reunion with me? What's the energy between Viraj and Nupur? What is the energy between Viraj and Nupur? I feel like there is This relationship is at a crossroads. There's some kind of some kind of blockage there. There's still an attraction though, but there's a blockage. Maybe they're seeing something clearly, or they need to seek clarity on something, or maybe that's you, but there's still a lot of attraction there. Okay, Liberal Libra says hi. Hello, I love that name. Barrage says, please. Dude, I was answering other questions. I saw you writing these during the collective reading. Read the room. All right, so we have Jazz Starfish. I would love to know if I am spiritually leveling up and what my next step is. What is Jazz's next step in her spiritual journey? Healing, changing, it looks like there's something you're hiding, or you are not willing to give up something you're fighting for. That's, like I said, you need to detach. You need to not care what other people think. You have to change your way of thinking. Start a healing journey. But I do feel like you will be able to level up once this is fulfilled. And believe me, Jazz, you have come so far since you've been tuning in to me. So I know that it's there. You should be proud of yourself, seriously. Okay, Nicoletta says, are they air or water? Nicoletta wants to know, what is her person? Are they air or water? Can I get... We're getting air. We have the Lovers in reverse, which is a Gemini card. But that could also, that doesn't mean that somebody is not interested in you. That means that somebody hasn't made a decision. You know, the Lovers was called the Choice at one time. So I feel like somebody hasn't made a decision to move forward, or maybe this is you. Maybe somebody's not ready to move forward just yet. Maybe somebody's going through something and they haven't, somebody's just not there yet. Hasn't made that step in your direction. But I do feel like it's an air sign. Okay, angel guidance for me. I'm new here. Sanja Palk. Well, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining us. It's lovely to have you here. Okay, Sanjana says, angel guidance. What does Sanjana need to know? It looks like you're healing. Or maybe somebody in your energy is healing. This could be from addiction or something habitual, or maybe they cut the ties with somebody, or maybe separated from somebody. maybe finally was brave enough to walk away from something that wasn't working out for them. Maybe it was brought to their attention that, you know, they were doing something to upset their partner. And I mean, that could be as simple, like I said, it could be something as simple as sitting on the couch with your partner and then scrolling through their phone and how much that annoys you. And you saying, yo, I'm right here. We only get a couple hours to spend together after work before we go to bed. Like, can we converse? Can we talk? Can we spend some time together? So it could be something as simple like that. You bringing the attention or them bringing the attention to you and you healing from that. You're, okay, I hear you. Okay, it doesn't have to be some like, you know, big life altering event. It could be simple, easy, daily, day-to-day things that are brought to your attention. But I do feel like somebody is healing from something that they needed, or something was brought to their attention. They finally let somebody go or cut ties with somebody. This is going to be energetically fulfilling for you. It's going to really raise your vibration. So your manifestations start coming into fruition. Thank you, Sanjan. Thank you for coming to my channel. Appreciate you. Once again, I am Sarah B, and this is Just Be Tarot. Thank you for your amazing energy. Thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel, and also for hitting that notification bell. I'm pulling cards right now for the chat, and I am reading each card in the order that, or each question in the order that they come in. I read your handle so you know it's your question, and please be patient. Don't spam the chat with asking multiple times, because I see your question eventually. I'm up here in the chat. I can't see what you're posting down there. So be patient, because I'll give your question just as much attention as I'm giving to the one up here. All right, so please be patient. And please click on like and subscribe. Remember, I'm not monetized, so I'm doing this because I love you guys. I love your energy. I love your souls. I want you to know that this is a safe place for you guys to ask your questions. So, like I said, if you can please click on like and subscribe, it'd be perfect. All right. So Viraj says, hi, hello. All right. So Viraj also says, can you pull a card for Nupur? Spirit, what's the energy surrounding Viraj and Nupur? We have a disconnection, an emotional disconnect. Is there any other... What else can we clarify this? Two of Cups in reverse. Can we clarify that, please? No, nothing. I'm getting emotional disconnect between you and Nupur. Thank you. M Love, hello. Glad to see you. Okay, Sanjana would like some angel guidance. Shuffling for Sanjana. Asking for angel guidance. Ooh, something's coming to a completion. You're almost at the end of a cycle and ready to start a new cycle. So congratulations there. It looks like you are truly winning, or have, and the universe is noticing, is what I just heard. There's something you're going to be granted. I was told to show you this again. Material harvest. There's something that's coming in here. If you didn't see the beginning of the reading, this was the overall energy. Okay? Victory and success. Okay, that's you here. Coming to an end of a cycle. This was destined. This is something that you wanted. You worked hard to get it. And now you're going to be granted something coming in. Okay, so whatever this is coming in for you, this ending has brought much victory and success. So now you're going to reap the rewards. So keep your heart and your mind open to receiving those rewards. Now it's on you. Thank you, Sanja. Okay, M Love says, love reading, please. Sure, my pleasure, M Love. All right, Spirit, shuffling for M Love. Thank you. That was a lot of energy behind that. Ooh, Queen of Cups. You have filled your cups. And I feel like there's a lot of options for you right now. Now the question is, do you want to take those options? I feel like nothing is really blowing your mind right now as far as connections. I hate to say that, but you're kind of like, eh. And we have this thing, know your worth. Okay, and I feel like that's exactly what you're doing, is knowing your worth. And you might have a lot of options, but this is what I'm looking at. I laugh because it's like you're turning your back on them. You're like, I got my own cup, so probably not. So I just feel like you're like, I'll just nourish myself. So I feel like that's the energy that you're in right now. It's not because you aren't putting yourself out there. I do feel like you are putting out the energy of being single, of wanting to mingle, but what's coming in, isn't for you. You have a solid feeling about that, and you're like, you know what? I'll wait. There's no passion there, and I can't waste my time on that. Okay, so Dahlia Boo. Hi, I got a reading from a tarot reader last night. Was everything she said true? Okay, shuffling for Dahlia Boo. I just heard she dropped the ball. So maybe not everything she said was true, but there could have been some kind of truth behind it. And I never got that phrase and I never thought of it this way. Like it's like you're juggling, and when you're upside down, you drop the ball. Okay, I get that. So she, maybe there are some things that weren't correct, but maybe others were. Tarot is energy. Like, and no matter who you go to, okay, people are just like, oh, so and so accurate. Well, there's so many things that go into energy. Like, you're not going to be able to tell what happens 6 months from now because there's so much that can go into it. Unless you have a firm feeling like, okay, I feel this, like this is going to happen. But by reading somebody's energy, there's so many shifts that happen every day. It's so fluid. It's like the wind blows and everything shifts. So, again, we have the 10 of Pentacles. I'm really hoping you didn't pay for this reading. I feel like you put money out. I feel like some of what she said, well, I'm not going to lie, some of what she said resonated with you. Not everything. But like I said, it's energy. So maybe what she said is true right now and and your energy right now, but it doesn't mean it's going to be next week. Next month or next year. So I mean, I don't know what questions you asked, but it was probably true for right now because that's all really tarot is energy and what's in your energy right now and maybe within the next couple weeks. So I asked, speaking of that, I asked, sometimes I forget like my abilities. I asked one of the girls at work, I said, hey, are you going to be in tomorrow? And she's like, yeah, why wouldn't I be? I was like, oh, good, because I need your help with something. And she's just like, yeah, that's fine. We'll save it for tomorrow. She happened to come into work. She got some news and had to leave. But before I even arrived. So I was like, I texted her and I said, I was like, sometimes I don't know how I know, but I know. So it's like, like I had a feeling she wasn't going to be available to help me. She wasn't going to be at work, and she wasn't. So it's just it's just so crazy how I often forget. Like she's like, yeah, why wouldn't I be at work? Like it's Thursday, nothing's happening, but you just never know. So sometimes it's like people have the solid, like, okay, but that's, one day away. Now, I didn't say, are you going to be at work on August 18th? Like it was not like that. It's because I could read the energy of what was happening in that time frame. So, anywho, enough ranting. Oh, but Dahlia Boo, I do feel like she may have been correct on some things, maybe not everything. Thank you. M Love, why do I feel this way? What's going on in M Love's energy that she feels a certain way? What's going on? Why is she feeling the way she does? Shuffling for M Love. Shuffling, thank you. Was there a disconnection with friends or family? We have the Three of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Four of Swords. I feel like maybe there was a disconnect and you had to just perhaps pull back from an energy. I feel like this could be friends. Maybe they weren't in the same place as you. Maybe you felt like you were leveling up and you are taking a different road and they weren't. Because it looks like you're taking care of yourself. Maybe you're connecting more with your spirituality. And they aren't. Maybe they're not spiritual, which isn't, there's nothing wrong with that. I have plenty of friends who aren't. But also, I have plenty of friends that I don't communicate with as much anymore just because I am going in a different direction. And that's fine too. It doesn't mean that we're not friends anymore. It just means that you have to take care of yourself and put yourself first. So I feel like there is an energy here of putting yourself first, disconnecting energetic or emotionally from people. And I feel like you'll know who the people are that I'm talking about. So you can focus on yourself and your own healing and your own energy and your own journey. Thank you, M Love. Lucky Girl M says, does John prefer Miriam over me romantically. Okay, I can't really do either ors, but I can read the energy of the situation. Okay, see, it's like, this is a hard one because, okay, so there is passion here, okay, with the Page of Wands. Now, I have often said that the Page of Wands reminds me of that energy of somebody who just graduated college. Like they have all this knowledge and all this excitement. You know, they're starting life, they're on their own, they are wanting to just benefit from everything. Um, they have this freedom. The world is theirs. The world is their oyster. So I feel like, you know, they don't know how to say no. There's constantly on the go, constantly saying yes, constantly taking advantage of every opportunity. What do they say? Youth is wasted on the young, right? So I feel like that's that Page of Wands energy. Really excited, wanting to be in your energy, um, wanting to explore new things and be with you. But I feel like your energy is that of a disconnect with this Queen of Cups. All right. And right now, I feel like he is blocked energetically. Okay. And I feel like you guys are like night and day, which is what I was told when this popped out. It's like you guys are leading him, but he's also controlling you. And I say that because most of the time, the charioteer in the chariot card has no reins. They're not holding reins. They're trusting the universe to bring them to where they're going. When the chariot card is there, it's about trusting the universe. You're going forward, you're on your path, but you're letting go of control. Look at this charioteer holding the reins, controlling the situation. Could that be you and Miriam? We got it in reverse, which means he's stuck. There's stagnant energy. He's not moving forward on either one of them. And you're emotionally drained. So you need to fill your cup and think about yourself. Thanks, lucky girl. Jazz says, love you, B. Love you, Jazz. Okay, Dahlia Boo says, where's my healing journey going? Dahlia Boo wants to know, where is their healing journey going? Jazz, I feel like you need to connect with your higher power. These are questions that you have to be asking your higher power. I'm sorry, Dahlia Boo. There's I do feel like you do have stability coming in. I actually like this. You're about to enter a path where you are respected. This is the energy you're sitting in. Okay? You are, I feel like you're getting your ducks in a row. You are creating stability. You are creating a foundation for your life. And you're finally seeing your worth. And you're knowing that you need to be treated as such. Give and take. with equality, knowing what you bring to the table. So I do feel like with the lessons that you've learned so far in your journey and in your life, and all the moments that brought to you to this one, you are creating a solid foundation that's going to bring you and make you stronger. So you need to keep going on this journey. You know exactly what you need to do, and you've been doing it the whole time, which is beautiful. Thank you, Dahlia. Lucky Girl says, does John want to meet me in person? Lucky Girl wants to know, does John want to meet them in person? Where'd that go? Oh, on the floor. I do think yes. I heard, look at that open door. Yes, they do want to meet you in person. Okay, Amarawi says, does Libra man daydream of me sometimes? Shuffling from Amarawi, does this Libra man on her mind daydream about them? Does this Libra man daydream about Amarawi? Yes. We have the Emperor and the Two of Cups. I do believe that this person might be your divine masculine energy, and he does dream about you or think about you. Okay, we have Shamika. Okay, yesterday, my love interest, N, called me twice after a long period of silence, twice in one day. Wow. And asked me to go to the university with her. What's really on her mind? All right. What's going on with this person N in Shamika's energy? What is their... What are they up to? What is going on with this? Yep. Yes, we know it's somebody she has a connection with. Thank you. Oh, they're not giving up. Somebody that you have a connection with. They're shooting their shot. They're trying to reconnect with you. They're not giving up. You know, the Nine of Swords, or the Nine of Wands, is that wounded warrior energy, if you remember from the Rider-Waite Tarot, where they're standing there and they're all bandaged and cut up, and they're standing on the sidelines taking a break. And they're just waiting for an opportunity to catch their breath and go right the fuck into battle again. So, this is about not giving up. This is about they know what they want and they want you. Twice in one day? As grown-ass people, who's calling anybody twice in one day? I mean, maybe a call and then a text. But they must be really wanting to catch up with you if they're calling twice in one day. That's just my opinion. Am I wrong, folks? Chime in here, because I feel like twice in one day to call somebody an ex, they're not giving up. I love that. I mean, if you like that, I like that. I don't know how they treated you previously. So, I don't know if you like that. But if you want it, I want it for you. Thank you, Shamika. Amber Rowley says, how does Devante feel for me now? Shuffling for Devante. I mean, yeah, well, Amber Rowley regarding Devante. What is Devante's energy for Amber Rowley? Too many? Thank you. What is Devante's energy there? He's waiting for something, but he's ready to put it in. He's ready to put something into action. Because we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know if this person doesn't live near you. Maybe they're traveling towards you. But I feel like they are ready to put in the work. Does that make sense? Maybe they weren't ready before. They were standing around. You know, this energy has always been in them. But it's like now they're ready. Something triggered them. And now they're ready to come towards you with intention. You know, these swords are intentional. Learning, education, details. Everything is done intentional with swords energy. Because everything is so thought out. And Pentacles too. Pentacles are very detail-oriented people. So I feel like this person may be coming towards you with intention. And I think that answers your other question as well. Is Devante interested in me? M Love asks, is he better with her? M Love asks, is he better with her? Asking for M Love. Asking for M Love. Asking for M Love. Thank you. I don't think so. We do have the Emperor, but then we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm thinking no. That Pentacles is in reverse. Dahlia Boo says, how are you? Hope you're well. Thank you, Dahlia. Randa 9A says, does Jordan see me only as a physical-based connection? Shuffling for Randa. What's Jordan's energy there? Is he only into physical aspects? Okay, so I'm not going to, but I am also going to say that he's into the emotional aspects as well. Look, I'm like, here he comes. So he is into you he wants to get to know you emotionally as well as physical. All right. He might be taking some time. We do have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So he might be seeking the right opportunity. It might be a slow burn there. Pentacles is slow moving energy. So you might have to have some patience with this person. But I do feel like they want an emotional connection. Thank you, Rana. Does Jordan ever think about dating me one day? Does Jordan ever think of dating Randa one day? Like a committed relationship. Does Jordan want a committed relationship with Randa one day? What is the energy there, Spirit? We have the Magician, so I do feel like he's working on it. I mean, I don't know what his past was like, but I do feel like he's slow moving. Like, I feel like maybe there's a lot of self-doubt, self-confidence issues. So I do feel like I said this is something that's going to take some time. And that if you really are interested in this person, then you might have to be patient for the label. I just heard for the pot of gold. It's weird. Is that because of St. Patrick's Day this week? That's funny. For the pot of gold. I mean, we do have material harvest. So maybe he's your pot of gold that's coming in. Love advice with the situation with him, please. Well, I think I just gave it to you as far as being patient. Anything else? Any other advice for Rana? Something needs to end. We have the Death card. Do you have an energetic tie with somebody else? Do they have an energetic tie with somebody else? Were they married before? Were they dating somebody? That's interesting. I feel like they need to end something. Okay, Nicolette says, for the question, I'm going to marry a water sign or air. Okay. I think Gemini came out for that one. And I said air. The Hermit we have. That's neither. Okay, so we have water sign here. But I also have the Temperance in reverse, which means you're not trusting in divine timing. You have to have trust that you're going to end up with the person you need to end up with. You can't, if you narrow it down to 6 signs, then it's like energetically you're shutting out the other signs. And what if one of those other signs is the person who's actually meant to come into your energy? So you need to trust that whatever is meant for you is going to make its way towards you. You shouldn't narrow it down, because if you narrow it down to these energies and think like, okay, it's going to be this sign or this sign, you're shutting that out. You're shutting out all the other signs. Just a word of advice. Okay, so Lucky Girl says, why did Jay choose her over me? Why did Jay choose her over Lucky Girl? What was the energy there? Ooh. I just heard because she was there. It's like something he rushed into. This is something he rushed into. Did they meet at a party or something? This is something that he rushed into without thinking. Perhaps met this person at a party. Thank you, lucky girl. Marharguna said, chat not 100 questions. One or two. Thank you, Marharguna. You're welcome, Nicoletta. Thank you. Sarah88 says, shame. Shame? Who are you shaming? Okay, Sarah88 says, how does Kay feel towards me? How does Kay feel towards Sarah88? What is the energy there? Thank you. Okay. This person wants to come towards you and make an emotional connection. But you have to be patient. You have to trust and get out of your head about it. I feel like you've been working on getting out of your head, though. I feel like this is a work in progress. You knew it was a problem you were overthinking. And I feel like that's something that you've been working on in general. But I do feel like this person has intentions for you to get, at least to get to know you better. But Spirit's saying, have patience. Okay. Thank you, Sarah88. Starry Night says, you look so young. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Starry Night. Yeah, my son is 31. He'll be 32 in September. And I have 2 grandkids. So, yeah, I've definitely have it's been a ride, let me tell you. Thank you, Starry. That made my night. Sometimes I feel like I am I'm definitely a Nana. That's what my grandkids call me, Nana. Sarah88 says, is there anything I should know for the weekend? That's a great question. Sarah88 wants to know what's coming into her energy for the weekend. Shuffling for Sarah88. It looks like you need to get out there. And I love to see that because a lot of the people who follow me, I feel like, are healers, like I've said a million times. But as healers and empaths, we often we don't like people. When it gets too peoply, we can feel their energy. It's not like we don't like people, but we pick up on their energy so quickly that it's like, it's overwhelming. But Spirit's saying the world right now needs our energy. The world needs to have people who think the way we do and who want to share those things with people. Because what happens with healers and empaths, people start telling you their life stories. People start like just opening up. And tell me if I'm wrong. That is the God's honest truth. And I'm not just saying that. People just are drawn in, which is beautiful. I love talking to people and getting to know them and understanding the human nature of people. And what Spirit's saying is, I'm going to give you the words to tell these people. I'm going to guide you in conversations to get you through. But you need to get out. The universe is going to have our back. But right now, healers and empaths need to get out there so we can do our jobs. That's why we were made this way, so we can help the world. And I know it sounds corny, and you're like, how can I? It's only me. How can I do that? There's somebody out there who's going to look at you like a bright light and just sit down, and you're going to say the right thing, and it could save their life. It could make them think in a completely different way. And that's why it matters. All right, so what should you bring in? Is there anything you should know for the weekend? Go out and have a blast. Let your hair down. Fill your cup. Do what you need to do. Have fun. I wonder what the weather's going to be like this weekend. Hopefully it's not going to be rainy. We can get out, take a nice walk, have the sun beat on our faces. I'll take it. Yep, surrounding yourself with beautiful energy. You see what I'm saying? The world's waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. Get out there, Sarah 88. I love it. All right. Who is this? Sanja, I know you're a new subscriber. You told me already. Okay, so we have Madhumita Sarkar says current feelings about Sanja. Madhumita Sarkar's current feelings about Madhumita. I feel like they're still learning. They're wondering about you. They're trying to gather knowledge about you. Maybe they're asking people, you know, what your deal is, if you're dating anybody. We have the Three of Wands, which is waiting. So maybe they're waiting for a good time, waiting for maybe for the go-ahead from you. Waiting for more input from somebody. So I feel like they're asking about you. Okay, so Sarah 88 says, how will work be this weekend? Sarah 88 has to work this weekend, but you're going out. All right, so how is work going to be for Sarah 88 this weekend? It's going to be a little bit stressful, not going to lie. We have the Queen of Rods in the reverse. You're not going to have the energy. You're going to feel like, oh, here I am, putting in the hours. You're not excited about it for sure, but if you are excited about work, then they call it play. That's what my dad always used to say. That's why they don't call work play. It's never that fun. So, okay, but you are in this energy. Like people, like I said, people want to be around you. Look at this brightness of this card. So people enjoy you at work. You might not like doing the work, but you're going to have fun because you are in this Queen of Rods energy. And that's your personality. That energy is in you right now, currently. So even though you might not be in a situation that you like, you're still giving off this energy of radiance and fun that you can communicate with anybody. Is there anything else? Yep. Filling your cup. Now we have the two queens here. Filling your cup, taking care of yourself. Absolutely awesome. Thank you, Sarah 88. Firmino, hello, how are you? Okay, so Firmino asks, hey B, what is coming my way in a foreseeable future, career-wise? Okay. Okay, what is coming in for Firmino for career? What is coming in? Thank you. What is going on? I feel like somebody that you maybe you used to work with or a company might be coming back into your energy. Something that you have history with, or maybe somebody that you used to work with is coming back into your energy. They might be presenting you with something because we do have this Four of Cups energy, like they're presenting you with an opportunity. And even though you have decent employment here, you're presented with this opportunity that Spirit is giving you through this person. So you might have to make a decision regarding this opportunity. Yeah, I feel like somebody is going to be reaching out to you in some way, shape, or form that you have a history with career-wise. So be on the lookout for that. And Sarah88 asks, why has Kay been avoiding me? All right, let's see here. Queen of Swords. Have you been giving them the cold shoulder? I feel like you've been being cold towards them. Look at this. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is... I like the Queen of Swords because I can relate. Queen of Swords is very honest. Sometimes doesn't think before they speak with their honesty. They think everybody wants to hear the truth, right? No, sometimes people don't want to hear the truth. You'd be surprised. So you might be the same type of person. Blunt, honest, maybe even a little sarcastic, playful. Maybe people don't get your humor. Quick-witted, sharp. Sometimes you might come across as cold because if it might be easy for you to disconnect from people. Not a lot of people like that. It takes a strong person to create that banter with a Queen of Swords energy. Okay? And you have these different friends or friend groups. You're like, okay, if I go to Sarah, they're going to tell me the truth. Okay? But if I want to be comforted, then I might go to a Queen of Cups energy. But if I want the God's honest truth, like, Sarah, what do you think about this guy I'm dating? And then we're going to tell them all the red flags. And, well, we're not going to hold back. That's kind of like this energy. We're good friends because we're honest. But not a lot of people want to be told the truth. And then we have this page of... So we have this... Okay. I feel like K is an immature energy. Now we're talking about a page. Not a knight even. Not a knight. Definitely not a king. You're the Queen of Swords, Sarah. The Queen of Swords. This K is a page. This is immature energy. They're not on your level. It might be the best thing for you that this person's avoiding you because you are bringing yourself down to their level, and they should be bringing themselves up to king level because you are a queen. All right. So they have been cold with you because they're immature. Okay, so Nikita, now I'm only going to stay on for another few minutes. I have to wrap it up. I apologize, but it's the truth. Okay, so we have a new subscriber. Thank you, Nikita. I appreciate you. Welcome. So Nikita says, can you tell Yash Doobie feelings for me? Okay, so what is Yash's feelings for Nikita? Shuffling for Nikita. What is Yash's energy towards Nikita? And thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel. Follow Nikita's lead. Subscribe, like, love me. All right, so we have the Five of Swords, which means you bring this person a lot of comfort. Okay, like maybe the thought of you brings them comfort. And I feel like they want to make a move towards you. It's like this is them waiting and taking a pause and thinking. They're not ready yet. But we're in this Seven of Pentacles. They're done waiting. They're thinking about approaching you. So be on the lookout for that. Make it happen. Give out hints. Do what you got to do. You're welcome, Mahagruna. Nikita says hi. Lucky Girl says, why did John always stay silent when I ask him if he prefers her over me? Well, why would you ask him consistently for months? You know how annoying that is for a dude? No. That's not even... No wonder why he's not talking to you. Maybe you ask him once and then leave it alone. Why did John always stay silent? Because he was tired of fucking answering. No offense, Lucky Girl. But, I mean, if you're asking, you said asking consistently for months. What does that sound like? Lucky Girl. Why did John always stay silent when I asked him if he prefers her over me consistently for months? Why did he stay silent? Because he was trying to preserve the relationship. This is justice being served. He felt like it was off balance. He wasn't comfortable answering. All right. Thank you, Lucky Girl. Starry Night says, thanks, B. You're welcome. Viraj says, I already answered that. You got to go and watch it towards the beginning. Well, I already answered that one too. Okay, Jazz says, what needs to end right now? What needs to end right now for Jazz? Didn't we already discuss this? You have to, I think I said in the beginning with another question that you needed to cut ties. We have the moon in reverse and the Four of Cups. Something is going to be revealed to you. I would get in touch with your higher power. Connect with your higher power to get these answers. There's something that's going to be revealed to you. You have to reflect about that to figure out what. Something's coming in for you that you're going to take advantage of. Thank you, Jazz. Eve Lyon says hello. Nicolette says thank you. And Eve Lyon says, hi, I want to see if Steve has feelings for me, please. How does Steve feel about Eve? Thank you. How does Steve feel about Eve? I feel like Steve doesn't feel like there's fair footing. Like you're not on the same path or you're not equal. We have the Justice. Maybe he feels like you are out of their league, is what I just got. What else? Can we clarify this Justice card? How does Steve feel? Thank you. Steve needs to get out of his head. He's has a lot of anxiety that he has to deal with. Like I said, I feel like he doesn't feel like he feels like self-conscious, self-esteem issues. He's very much in his head about the whole situation. But I do think he has feelings for you or he wouldn't be feeling like this. Thank you, Eve. Fod me 5521. Thank you. Jazz says, have bad intentions for me. Right, B? Who has bad intentions for you? It's 85 days. It's 85 days. It's like summer days. Oh, where you are, it's like 85 degrees? Oh, man. Lucky duck. Okay. Nicoletta says, am I going to make it to India? Nicoletta says, am I going to make it to India? Thank you. Can I get one more? I don't think so. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Thank you, B, and proud of myself. You should be. Jazz Starfish says, what zodiac signs do I have to detach from? See, you're just limiting it. That's what I was just saying before. Stop limiting. You have to be introspective and realize for yourself who you need to detach from, who isn't serving you. Do a self-inventory. Who is making you feel like shit after you talk to them? Or who's dicking you over? Didn't you have plans with somebody and they never got in contact with you? Like, those are the people. I don't want to limit your thought process. But since you asked, I mean, I'll see what comes out, but you really need to really go through the people in your energy and think about who treats you correctly and who doesn't. Pentacles. Thank you, Jazz. I don't mean to yell. It's just tough love. I just want you to not shut other... You got to keep an open mind and not just put up blinders to everything else because something comes out as pentacles. Okay. Thank you, Nicoletta. Madine Dilly says hi. Madine Dilly says hello from Turkey. Hello. Great to see you here. Thank you for your energy. Okay, Culture Envy says, hey, I was wondering if I could get a general. And this is going to be my last one. Culture Envy. Okay, there's something that you fell out of passion, or somebody maybe, that you fell out of passion with. Or maybe the sex just isn't good. I mean, they could have money, which is why you're staying with them, is what I heard. No judgment here. But maybe there's no passion for this person, but they treat you really well monetarily or materially. And if that works for you and it works for them, then hey, you know what? No judgment. It's I say if you can look at yourself in the mirror, don't care what anybody else thinks. But I do feel like this is somebody who treats you, it's like a nice setup. Somebody who treats you well. But I fear there's just a lack of sex. Maybe it's not bad, and it's just a lack with this wand in reverse. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for hanging out and sharing your energy with me. I truly am grateful for you guys. I go live every Monday and Thursday between 6:30 and 7 Eastern time. So check me out on those days. And I do pop-up readings in between. So I would love for you to join me on those. So you're probably going to want to hit that notification bell. That's going to let you know when I'm going live. And if you haven't already, please click on like and subscribe. I love to feel your energy in these readings. And if you click on like and subscribe, it helps to spread my readings and my messages go further. And it is truly appreciated. It's absolutely free for you, but helps me immensely. All right, so I hope everybody stays safe this weekend. You're going to be in my thoughts, and I'll talk to you soon. Be safe.